A big welcome, family. So good to have all of you here. I know everybody's really busy. So I want to make this short, but I do have a really important midday motivation message to share with you. And I think it's really, really important. It's more important today than perhaps ever before. But we're constantly surrounded with things that are negative. If you look at today's news cycles, for example, we are living in a world of 24/7 news. We're living in a world of viral social media, taking things viral all the time. And news cycles thrive on, and I'm giving the example of news cycles, but they thrive on negativity. And no matter which dimension of our lives we look at, whether it's work or it's home, and sometimes it's relationships, it's on the streets with all the traffic, the fact that we're facing some of the most devastating consequences to climate and the ramifications of that, people becoming homeless. No matter what you look at, it's constant negative stuff. So I want us to think today of strategies that we can adopt in our lives where we can weed out the negative. And so today's midday motivation is really about weeding out the negative. And here are some strategies. There are a number of strategies, but here's one. And talking of news, one strategy is to stay clear of the news. Just go on a news diet for a day. If you're used to sort of listening in on the news, keep away from the news. If you're surrounded with people, it doesn't matter. Sometimes we have friends who are negative. Keep away from them for a day. Start to take those baby steps is what I'm trying to say. Start taking baby steps which will allow you to weed out the negative. And remember, I know this is sensitive, but at the end of the day, there are people we care for very much. Could be friends, could be other people who are negative, who are part of our lives. But we have to find ways whereby we embrace our lives, those dimensions of our lives, with as much positivity. And you have to remember that at the end of the day, a lot of these things are choices. And when you talk of the people you surround yourself with, we are always a reflection of the people we're surrounded by, the people we choose as our friends, people we choose to be with. So choose people who will help you to grow, help you to be more than you already are, that allow you to be more so you're in a place where you can give back. But what is really important is to make a conscious effort to re-engineer, to reconfigure your thinking and your actions and your choices so you move away from the negative to the positive. And believe me, if you've ever heard of the laws of attraction, thoughts become things. And it's true. There are many such theories. They've been now and continue to be and happen in the past researched, where self-fulfilling prophecies, for example, are real things, where we think of something so much that we make it happen. And oftentimes, sadly, because of our crazy educational system or ways in which we are brought up, we're trained to think of things that are negative by default rather than positive. For example, as a child, you'll always be told, oh, don't do that. You'll hurt yourself, or you'll fall, or you'll do this. And then there's this fear mongering as a consequence. It's not because anybody's trying to hurt you. They're trying to protect you, but things go wrong. And so all of us are hardwired to think of the negative as the first default fallback. But if we start to re-engineer, reconfigure, and recreate the associations in our mind, we'll start to make associations with things that may be less than pleasant in ways that are pleasant. And just as an example, there may be moments in your life where things might have been challenging, may have been difficult, where you might have gone through a breakup in your relationship or a difficult circumstance at work or at home or whatever. And you think back on it, and then you create a connection to that same quote-unquote unpleasant or very unpleasant or moderately unpleasant situation to something that is positive. You start to re-engineer. So you start to move away from the negative to looking at things positively, the glass half full. So today I want you to think about weeding out the negative and drawing yourself closer and closer to the positive, so you invite positivity into your life. And with the laws of attraction and with self-fulfilling prophecy, you're more likely to translate those very thoughts into positive things the moment you start to re-engineer your thinking and you start to take action, so you surround yourself with positivity and take away the negativity. Thank you guys so much for listening. Wishing you a really positive day and rest of the week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.